Today I'm going to be making a reaction to the Finnish military, and watching this video is called Arctic War Game, US Army versus Finland's military. So I think this is after Finland joined NATO, and one of the things I said or I've seen in previous videos say that's a good thing is that Finland can bring a lot of expertise in the Arctic to other NATO members. A lot of countries can learn from Finland, its experience, its military. So interested to see this. Tell me what you know about it. Let's enjoy.
Here in the Arctic Circle, US, Finnish, and other allied forces are turning this frozen expanse into a proving ground. Right now, US soldiers from the 11th Airborne Division, America's cold weather warriors, are locked in Arctic war games with Finland's military.
Here is the basic scenario for this exercise. Finland is in trouble, we are in war, and we need help. And Western countries are helping us.
This is cool to see. So yeah, it's nice to see some actual action of the training. Like, I've seen it talked about how these countries can train together, and I'm sure even before Finland joined NATO, they would have been working with countries like America and training exercises and so on. Tell me if that's the case, if you know that. But interesting to see how it actually gets carried out. And yeah, like, I guess this is like a specific unit of the American military that's used to these conditions, so it'll be interesting to see how they compare.
This is Blackhawk's main, go ahead, over.
Oh, that's like I seen, mate, one time a Finnish meme that was set in a similar type of tent like this, and the guy was going a bit mad, I think, in it. Tell me if you remember that meme, and is it similar?
Go ahead.
But yeah, really interesting to see like the setup here with the computers and stuff. Yeah, I wonder if this is very different to what the American soldiers would be used to.
Main, go ahead, over.
Currently, Jaeger platoon is going over to B-15 to set up an ambush to try to catch them.
Hang on.
There's potentially 1 to 2 more tanks, and they're probably staged somewhere back here so that they can advance through. I guess I'd hit this intersection.
Hell yeah.
Confident, fire,
Bravo for
fire.
This is about tactics and coordination as the global scramble for Arctic power heats up in locations where temperatures drop to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
My unit, it's a Charlie troop. We're a light dismounted asset, essentially, to strike deep.
What do you guys hope to get out of this exercise?
Learning from the Finns and just training with them. It's always an awesome opportunity.
What do they have to teach you? You guys are from Alaska.
The way they're structured is unique in that they are very fluid when they move. They seek to find the gaps, and that's what we're there to stop.
The Pentagon knows that if you can't fight in this environment, you've already lost.
one of the lessons we're going to...
We heard that directly from Colonel Christopher Brawley, commander of the 1st Infantry Brigade of the 11th Arctic Wolves.
Fighting in the Arctic sucks. You're miserable, you're cold, you're wet, and it really does take a special kind of soldier and special training to be able to deal with an environment like that. If you think about operating at -40, it's a lot like operating in space. Everything you're trying to do is trying to kill you. Even to the point where if you take your hand and touch your weapon at -40, instantaneous frostbite.
Yeah, I mean, like, I learned about the Jaeger division of the Finnish military and how they're kind of based in this region and train, and yeah, that's where they're based. But maybe if you got, I mean, a lot of people who are in Finland obviously have conscription experience, but tell me if you think this is the most difficult terrain and environment to be a soldier in. How would it compare to somewhere like a deep tropical jungle where it's like 40 degrees, humid, having to wear all the kit and carry the kit? Is this the most difficult environment to be a soldier in, do you think? I would probably imagine so. Like, it's like even just walking is so difficult to get about, never mind having to try and survive in these conditions, how cold it is. Yeah, it's quite insane, man. I have a lot of respect for these soldiers, man, honestly.
What's a scenario that you can imagine. We don't need to name a specific adversary, but the kind of scenario where your troops would be deployed rapidly.
Let's just say that an adversary decided to move into the Arctic Circle and claim a piece of terrain that had a bunch of natural resources that was protected by international law. That would trigger us to counter that competition.
Are they talking about Russia there? Is this like a possibility that they could do that? Is there international like areas there where it's rich in minerals and things like that? Is that a serious concern that maybe someone like Russia would go in there and try and do something, or China?
And you can move quickly.
Yep, we can move fast.
Given that the higher latitudes are becoming a greater strategic priority, you agree with that premise?
Yep.
Are you getting more resources?
Yes. The 11th Airborne Division was stood up in order to give the United States military a Arctic capability. One of the resources we've been given is this cold weather all-terrain vehicle, the CAT-V. That is an absolute game changer for us in terms of giving us over the snow mobility, allowing us to now use it for a mission command platform, for logistics, for medevac.
Do your adversaries have the equivalent?
Not really.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is this like only NATO countries? Where does this originate from? But yeah, like quite a great innovation. I've watched like some videos recently about Finnish military equipment innovation, and there's a lot of it. Cool to see something like this be used as well, especially if other countries don't have that, the adversaries, as they said.
This tracked transport vehicle, it's brand new. This is its first foreign deployment. They loaded it onto a C-17 cargo plane to bring it over here from Alaska.
It opens up new terrain for me to put a command post, and it allows me to move there faster.
We'll have much more on this soon in a coming episode of our series, In the Shadows. This cold weather training, it's preparation for a race that's only just begun. Jason Bellini, Scripps News.
Whoa, only just begun, man. Like, really expecting things to like kick off up there in the Arctic? Really? Is that like a genuine concern, man? There's so much going on all over the world, man. It's hard to like keep a track of like real threats, but I guess it is, like, especially like people are saying like those northern reaches above Canada for shipping and things like that. There's a lot going on there, but yeah, even the land up in the Arctic as well. So tell me what you think about that. Is that something you're worried about being Finnish? Is there a genuine concern of like conflict in that area? What do you think? At least Finland is extremely well trained in that. Is very capable, and yeah, now being part of NATO can share that expertise with everybody. And yeah, tell me what you think about this one. Thanks.